So let's continue from our previous view. So we can see here that we identified that this now is our M15 buy breach. We have a buy bias. We only want to buy, and then we introduce a new time frame, the M1, the 1 minute time frame. It's more clear. You can see more candles. And then we said before we buy, we want to see a sell structure, a sell trend. A sell trend is most making higher lows and lower lows, higher lows and lows, higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low. That's what we want to see. So to continue from that, what we then want to see is we want to see this structure being broken. We want to see the sell trend end. We basically want to see the sell trend end. Right. So instead of it now making a lower low, it makes a high like that. Even if you draw a line, sometimes you can see, oh, okay, a trend line. You can see, oh, and then it will do something like this. And okay, is it now the time to buy? Nope. Is it now time to buy? Nope. Even though we have now a buy structure, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. It's not the time. Before I can tell you when to buy, the first thing that needs to happen is we need to yes, this is a break of structure, right? Instead of it making a new low, a lower low, it breaches this previous higher low. Yes, that's a break of structure, but we are not ready to buy it. We are not ready to buy it. Okay, but it's a break of structure. Break of structure. It broke the cell structure, right? That's what we are looking for. When something like this happens, that's when we start paying more attention, right? But it's not yet time to enter. Okay. Before we continue, I want to take you back to then the range. I want to take you back to the range. I said, if you remember correctly, I said when a range happens, it's basically when these people are here negotiating, right? They are basically agreeing on the same price. I'll take this price. I'll take this price. Take this price. You know. Now we're talking about the institutions, federal banks, and those guys, right? No one is willing to take it low, and no one is willing to take it far. They're just agreeing on basically the same price. And then if it breaks below or above, we can then identify that okay, this one and the buyer has brought in more money, more volume in order to take it much further. Or if it goes down, we can identify that the seller has brought in much more volume into the market to break um, this range here to take it lower, right? That's what we want to. Um, that's what happens. So we're gonna basically look for a range, but now we are looking for it on the 1 minute time frame. So just gonna make a trend here. This is on the M1. Okay. So on the M1, this is what we see. We see a downtrend, and then a break of structure because it reached this previous um, higher low, right? Instead of it going down here, it just reached above, right? So that's a break of structure. So what can sometimes happen is that before it makes a before blah, 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 blah. Before it breaks that structure, before it breaks that structure, sometimes what would happen then is it would come. Let me just draw a line so you can see there. It will come just there and start ranging. This is, like I said, this is where now they are negotiating. You know, um, do you want to take this higher? Do you want to take this lower? These people are negotiating. You know, it will never start to move, continue the uptrend without it making a range first, right? And the range happens at the lower high or the higher low, the higher low, the higher low. So it will happen right there, or like it can just happen there, right? But there will be a range, and after that range, what's gonna happen then is you'll see a big candle that moves up like this. You then see a big candle moves up like this. Quite strong candle. Will be a strong candle compared to these candles that are in this range. You'll somewhat see that these people, this big man that just moved this market. That is now then the only time we enter after the close of this candle, because sometimes you can do this and then close below, so we don't want that. We want it to move as soon as it closes. We enter for the buy. Your stop loss just here. Your stop loss just here. That is your stop loss. So let me do this. So basically what's going to happen then here is that sometimes let's say it's ranging there, and then boom, you enter here, stop loss here, and your target right there. That'll be your target. So this is your stop loss, this is your entry, and this is your take. That's your take profit. So to draw it simpler, for you, I'm gonna do this. We'll move to the charts. This is your M15. This is your M1. The markets move like this. I'll draw a line here. On your M1, looks something like this. And then goes like this. Let me just start over. M1 looks something like this. You enter. This is your TP. This is your stop loss, and this